Good morning, class 11th. As you all know, we are doing our chapter from the book Constitution at Work, and we are doing our chapter Constitution, a Living Document. When we were discussing this chapter, today I would like to take a topic on the contents of amendments. Till now, we have studied that constitutions are living document. Indian constitution is flexible as well as rigid. 114 amendments has been taken till 26th of January 2020. Now, the topic constitutes that what do these amendments contain? In order to study all, we have classified our amendments into three groups, or you can say three types or groups, whatever you want to say. The first category is the technical amendment. When we talk about technical amendment, then we have to keep in our mind that these amendments are basically administrative in nature, which are basically required to implement the laws or the policies and programs. Generally, these amendments have been done because while executing certain laws, there was a need for few more explanations, few more clarifications, few more modifications. Fine. These are minor ones. For example, in our book, these amendments have been mentioned as the 15th Amendment Act or the 55 Amendment Act. 15th Amendment Act basically deals with the age of retirement of the judges of High Court and Supreme Court. Initially, the age was 60 years, but it was extended to 62 years under 15th Amendment. Similarly, when we talk about the 55th Amendment Act, it also deals with the judicial point of view. It deals basically with the salaries and remunerations of the judges. When we do this chapter, then these amendments can be found anywhere. Got it? These amendments are general in nature. When second category of amendment consists of amendments through political consensus. Here political consensus means as per the wishes of the political parties, or what does the political scenario of our country says at the particular given time. When we do these amendments, then we have to keep in mind in the early years of the independence or in the first three general elections, only Congress was the political party who won all the elections and formed the party. So it changed the constitution accordingly. Then came the opposition parties in the 70s. Again, they also challenged a few of the amendments. Generally, when we say that why we are asking for these amendments, we have to keep that these kind of amendments reflect the prevailing political philosophy and aspirations of the society. Generally, all such type of amendments happened after the year 1984. I just want you to please always keep in your mind that Indira Gandhi was assassinated, and at that time what amendments was taken. Many amendments were taken during that time or post 1984 because the coalition governments were formed, and these coalitions were basically based and it depends कि क्या ज़रूरत है उस समय राजनीति की. तो हमें ज़रूरत पड़ी एंटी डिफेक्शन एक्ट की. आपके सर ने, राजकुमार सर ने आपको बताया भी है. 52nd अमेंडमेंट जो थी हमने की थी. 52nd अमेंडमेंट जो थी वो पॉलिटिकल टर्बुलेंस को रोकने के लिए थी. सिमिलरली हमने 91st अमेंडमेंट भी किया था. 91st अमेंडमेंट में बेसिकली जो वोटिंग एज है पहले 21 ईयर्स होती थी, उसको रिड्यूस करके 18 ईयर्स कर दिया गया था। सेम 1984 के बाद एक मेजर अमेंडमेंट्स भी आई हैं, ये अर्ली 1993-94 में आई थी। इन्हें हम 73rd एंड 74th अमेंडमेंट भी कहते हैं। 73rd amendment basically deals with the functioning of the panchayats in the rural areas, and 74th amendment basically deals with the you can say the nagar palikas, the rural administration at the urban level. Besides 52nd, 91, 73rd and 74th, ठीक है, हमने 6 अमेंडमेंट्स कर लिया, 15th, 55th, 52nd, 91, 73 and 74. There were also requirement of more amendments were there for clarification, you can say, for expanding the scope of reservation in jobs and amendments. Ultimately, there was also few amendments which we are not going to discuss. They were related to 77th, 81st and 82nd amendment. Besides these amendments, there are also controversial amendments. Controversial means which were not done in a easier way. They were being criticized and being challenged in the parliament. When we talk about these controversial amendments, actually these amendments were done basically between 1970 to 1980. And at this time they generated a lots and lots of legal as well as political controversies. There were few of the parties that were in opposition during 1971 and 76. They saw that these amendments has been done by Indian National Congress or the ruling party of that time to subvert the constitution. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को बहकाने की कोशिश की गई है। मोरओवर जब हम बात करते हैं तो हम कहते हैं कि इसमें गवर्नमेंट ने अब क्या रूलिंग दी, ये तो ऑपोजिशन का था। गवर्नमेंट ने कहा कि वी आर डूइंग सच अमेंडमेंट्स बिकॉज देयर हैज़ बीन स्टेगनेंट डेवलपमेंट। स्टेगनेंट मीन्स रुक चुकी है हमारे देश की डेवलपमेंट, एंड इन ऑर्डर टू give a pace to the development, these type of amendments are requirement. Always remember, इन सब में नॉन कांग्रेसिज्म हो या पॉलिटिकल कंट्रोवर्सी हो, 1975 में श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी ने एमरजेंसी भी लगा दी थी। जब हम एमरजेंसी की बात करते हैं तो आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू, इस नेशनल एमरजेंसी का मतलब था दैट द फंडामेंटल राइट्स ऑफ द citizens were taken away. So there was lots and lots of political events going at that time, and these basically amendments was related to the 38th amendment, 39th amendment and 42nd amendment. All these three amendments were they sought to make basic changes in the constitution. Ultimately, Indira Gandhi became unpopular, and by these amendments, so there was the rise of Janata Party, which came into power in 1977 and ruled over country till 1979. But again, things changed. In 1980, Indira Gandhi came back to the power. अब ये टॉपिक अभी ख़त्म नहीं हुआ है। जब हम कंट्रोवर्शियल अमेंडमेंट्स की बात करते हैं तो हम उसमें नेक्स्ट अमेंडमेंट्स में हम इसका टॉपिक लेंगे, ठीक है।